hey, Smarties, don't forget, we are giving a $500 gift card away to one lucky listener. We love our Smarties and we cannot wait to reward one of you with details in today's show notes. Make sure you are entered. Coming up, we are going to rank Disney's lounges. There are some amazing spaces that you can spend your time outside of the parks on that rest day that you have planned, or maybe on that break from the park. And we are going to tell you exactly which ones are worth visiting. And we're kind of going to duke it out here on a couple of these that we disagreed on.
The charcuterie board is pretty cool. It comes hanging as if you just killed a deer or something and you're hanging it to skin it.
Ew.
Hey y'all, it's LJ here, owner and founder of Smart Moms Plan Disney and Smart Moms Travel. We are so glad you're here for another episode of the Smart Moms Plan Disney podcast. Now, here's your host, Allie.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Smart Moms Plan Disney podcast. I am Allie. I'm here with my resort dining ranking team. I hope y'all are loving this series. We're having so much fun covering all of the different dining at all of the different resorts and really just showing everybody that the bubble is where it's at. I'm with Karla. I'm with Becki. I think we've been nailing it so far, girls.
I think so.
I completely agree, except that we've taken some hate for a couple of things. I'm curious how this is going to go.
I will take hate all day for not loving Sebastian's and Olivia's. Like,
Yeah,
it's
come
fine.
on.
It's completely fine. We're going to talk about our favorite topic today, and I think a little bit of one that's underrated. But before we dive in, is it fall in Florida? What does fall in Florida feel
Absolutely
like?
not.
What does it mean?
It means summer extended.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am looking forward to fall in Florida. The only reason it's fall in Florida is because pumpkin spice lattes have hit Starbucks and the other local coffee shops. That is our fall. Otherwise, I haven't seen a sign of it.
Well, I think it would be depressing to drink a pumpkin spice latte. I usually won't even order them in August because it's just too warm.
Mhm.
But here it's fully fall. It's in the 60s in the morning. It feels amazing. I have my Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase football mug out of the cupboard. It only comes out during football season.
Speaking of sad,
Stop it. We're really fall around here.
Hey, wait, Believe, isn't that like a
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso thing?
Yeah. And it looks like the Ted Lasso. I know you all listening can't see my mug, but it looks like the Ted Lasso sign, but it's in Bengals colors.
Oh, like a crossover.
Yep.
I like that a
Is
lot.
that you're gonna believe that you're gonna have a better season than you did last year?
Carla, this is a no hate
I
podcast.
don't even know anything about
This is
football,
a
but
family-
was I right on there?
This is a family show. We don't talk trash or mean things. This is a family
Since
show.
when?
Since you tried to bring the football team into it, right since then. But that's what fall is to me. It's like pumpkin in the cold and football. It's the most cliche thing ever, but I think living where you are, I wouldn't eat chili and I wouldn't drink pumpkin and it would just not feel like fall.
Well, I wouldn't eat your chili, but I'll still drink my pumpkin and be totally fine.
Okay.
Wait, what did we just hear about
I
chili,
know.
though?
This is what I was going to say. Listen, first of all, in a crock pot at home, we're not putting Skyline chili in a crock pot. That's like good old chili. Okay. It's very good. Skyline chili is not the same. You need to start to understand this. Additionally, Food and Wine Festival tip, there is a booth this year, autumn chili something, and there are rumors on the street that it tastes like Skyline.
Okay, so Katie told us about this it's at Forest and Field, and it supposedly tastes similar to Skyline. And Stacy's immediate reaction was,
Immediate.
"Thanks for the warning. Whew, might have accidentally tried it." And then sweating emoji, in
I
which we
died.
all laughed hysterically.
I died.
I think we
immediately.
are like, that might be the most divided thing that we have on our team is whether Skyline chili is good or not. Carla, have you ever tried it?
You both like it. I tried it out of a can one night at midnight. Allie force feeding it to us.
I
Oh my
think I
gosh.
did actually hold your spoon. I think I actually put it in your mouth.
I think you did too. And then followed by, and God bless her, Stacy from the deep south with her boiled peanuts,
Mold
also
nuts?
out of a can. And I've said this before, boiled peanuts are amazing when done correctly, aka not out of a cold can.
Are boiled peanuts a fall thing, or is that an all the time thing?
No, it's an all the time thing. They're so good and salty and delicious, but
I
not
don't
out of a
know. Something
can,
about
cold.
them.
It's an acquired taste.
It sounds to me like they would be slimy and mushy, and I just can't.
Like
No,
soggy.
there's nothing better than driving on a country road in the mountains and stopping at the local farmer's stand and getting a styrofoam cup and a like a plastic bag and just going to town and like spitting them out the window and smelling the mountain air. Have I convinced you yet?
No.
No, not
This
at all.
sounds like
Oh,
one
okay.
anaphylactic shock for me, so I'm not
Ah,
participating in this,
a true
but
story.
oh, yuck. Yuck.
Well, I'm telling you, Becky, you would like them if you could like them. You would like them.
These are the months that if I lived where y'all live, I would be depressed. I would be really sad that it
No.
wasn't cold and I just everything would feel wrong.
You know what this time of year in Florida is really hurricane season. You're getting rain every single day during this
Yeah.
season.
I said I'd be
But
depressed.
I feel like the rainy days, like the full day rainy days, that's our fall. That's when I want to cozy up on my couch and have my pumpkin spice latte and my blanket and watch a movie and watch The Notebook.
You guys tell me if you think I'm crazy. This is going to air, people are going to hear this after week 1 of football for the NFL, but as of right now, we haven't played yet. So I'm all full of optimism and hope. You all tell me if I'm crazy. I gave Zan the football schedule when it came out back in the spring, and I was like, keep this frame open. I'm going to watch the game at home, the whole thing. And then she drops a bomb on me this week that we have to work during the season opener.
Oh,
And then she's disappointed that I'm mad, and I want to know who you think is right.
well, work is obviously what takes precedence when you have to pay bills,
But
but
we schedule our own work.
well, that's fair. And the downside of having to watch your team on delay is you can't do that anymore.
Oh, I
Scores are
won't watch it.
everywhere. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
either you watch it live or
Listen,
you don't watch it.
Zan's not going to hear this episode, so you win every time.
Thank you. I need to win. I also got her scores for today's rankings before we started. I was like, "Hey, give me your scores for all these." And some of them were wild. Like, we're just lucky she's not part of the ranking. She'd be tipping the
Okay,
scales
so
and
we're obviously going to talk about one of our favorite things today, which I don't know if you've said it yet, is lounges,
absolutely.
bars, whatever you want to call them, right? And I didn't think there was a bar I didn't like, but going through this list and thinking about some, I think there are some that I actually don't really care for.
Or there are just some
Who
that
knew?
yeah, or there are some that I would almost call an attraction themselves. Like if I go to Disney World, I'm going to this place. It's part of Disney
Some
World to
really
me,
cool ones,
Oh,
yes.
you know?
good hint. I was thinking, what are you talking about? But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And don't
Yeah.
get turned off if you're not a drinker because Disney
No.
has finally grasped onto the whole mocktail thing. And there are
Amazing.
some really great mocktails, as well as like really great bar eats. And if you're just looking for like a cozy place to lounge in between park days or whatever it is, maybe it's worth checking some of these out because you don't have to have reservations.
You don't need reservations. You're going to feel the Disney magic from within them. They all are well themed with great, like you said, bites and drinks. But not a lot of people, I think, have experienced them. You know, I'm constantly giving people tips to go to these places, and every time it's always well received.
Most of them you can, and I would take my kids to.
Yeah.
I always do. Yeah, we met up at one of these as a podcast team, and I was on vacation, and y'all popped over, so you didn't have kids, but I did, and they hung out with us at one of these for well over an hour. They were fine.
Oh, yeah. Alcohol was not a part of our story for the bulk of our life. So I always stayed away because in my head, lounge meant bar. And I feel like there's something different about these lounges we're talking about, that it's not like you're going to a bar
No.
club where you're going to be surrounded by a bunch of people who are trying to hook up or get drunk. Like that's not
That's
necessarily
not
what we're
what's
doing
happening.
here. Yeah.
Dang it.
All right, we're going to talk about what they are, where they are, and why you should consider taking advantage of them. And you absolutely should. It is an enhanced experience while you're at Walt Disney World. Continuing through our resort dining series, taking it to lounges today. We're going to be rating what we consider the top lounges, resort lounges at Disney World, because we left all of the park lounges off the list when we come back. Hey Smarties, did you know that just by listening to this ad, you can save on renting baby equipment from the #1 baby gear rental service across the US, Canada, and beyond? Of course, I'm talking about Baby-Quip. When we're traveling, it is just life in a new place, but I don't have beds for my babies or even a high chair for them to eat in. And when we don't have our things, we do not have our rhythm, and it can make it really difficult to enjoy our vacation. Look no further than BabyQuip. With a wide range of baby and toddler equipment available, including cribs, strollers, car seats, toys, and more. BabyQuip helps give us some of that normalcy our kiddos crave and the peace of mind we need. When they are happy, we are happy. All products follow strict cleanliness and safety protocols, and they are there to ensure that you can really enjoy your vacation. Whether at a home, a hotel, a vacation rental, or whatever you're calling home for your vacation, you never have to worry. If you need it, they have it. BabyQuip is available in over 1,500 cities, making it accessible. So whether you're going to Disney World or Disneyland or some other travel destination, BabyQuip will have you covered. They have an easy-to-use online platform for quick reservations and easy customer support. So head to babyquip.com and use the code SMPOD, that's SMPOD, you can save $30 off of any order of $150 or more. That's SMPOD at babyquip.com. Pack light, travel happy. The lounge list for resorts was quite large, and the three of us went through it and we decided what we thought were the best 8. And it's just because we said so, but also because they are the best. We eliminated a great deal of them. We took things out that we felt were too bar-like or too restaurant-like, and we really went with what we feel are the top lounge experiences, and that is what we are going with for our list today. That's how we got where we are. It's a wide range. Some of them are at moderate resorts, deluxe resorts, on the monorail, on the boardwalk, all the different resort areas, bus only that we've talked about. And I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. And I'm interested. If any of y'all are going to throw me a curveball, especially because you hinted, Karla, there's one you don't like. I don't know what that's going to be.
What makes a lounge good to you guys? What are the things that the lounge has to have?
I want atmosphere and I want good drinks and good eats. Like that's it for me.
Like, what's included in your atmosphere?
The theme goes a long way for me.
Yeah. Like not just a room.
Yeah, a little bit of a theme, ambient lighting. Like, I don't want. Do you guys remember like your old clubbing days when the lights would turn on at 3 a.m. or whatever it was? And
Yeah.
I called them the ugly lights. And it's like some places are kind of like that. And I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like drinks that match the theme.
Yes.
Like I love to see a menu that has a list of cocktails that go along with the theme well. And yeah, I think that's it. Themes and themed drinks are kind of.
What about food? Does it have to have food?
So that's a great question. There is a lounge that we're not talking about today that's in a park. I don't know if I want to spoil it because I know we'll get to that someday in an episode. But the
What is
food
it?
options
What are you
are.
talking about?
We'll see if you can guess. The food options are horrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ogas.
yeah.
Food
Yeah,
options
they
are
are horrible.
terrible, but I love Ogas. I mean, it's just one of my favorite places ever to be. So I guess my answer is I would prefer to have food. I would prefer to have good food, but also there are experiences I will still love without it.
I feel like I'll stay longer if there's good food.
I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
I feel
And
like that's kind of a differentiator between being a bar and a lounge, though, to me.
Don't even
Like, if
start
you
this
have-
conversation again. As if we could tell. You know what I mean? Like, we were trying to figure out like what differentiates a bar and a lounge. What are they calling a bar? What are they calling a lounge? And like, what's the difference? And we really couldn't figure it out, right?
Well, we went with the lounges are the more heavily themed spaces that lean into a drink menu over a food menu, but still offers food and not at a pool.
Not at a pool is important, yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. I have an idea of what I think I'm between a couple that I think will be number one, and I cannot wait to find out what's going to hit the top mark.
I cannot wait to hear your ranking on one of these because I have some strong feelings here and I think it may be different than you.
Okay. All right. So why don't you start us off then? We're going to start over at what I feel is like a lesser known lounge. Mostly we kind of took off lounges that were attached to restaurants. We left this on. So Becki, you start it.
So I just went to this lounge in particular for the first time, and it was fabulous. This was the Sanaa Lounge, and Sanaa Lounge is connected to the Sanaa restaurant in Animal Kingdom Lodge. And there are actually 2 lounges over here, the Victoria Falls Lounge and the Sanaa Lounge, both worthy of going and visiting, but the Sanaa brings the theming. It is Animal Kingdom to its finest, and the gem of the Sanaa Lounge for me is this is a space you can get the bread service without having to sit for a full meal.
The bread service will go a long way on points.
For sure. Not only that, but you can also order the full menu from next door.
This is a smaller space though, Like there are some of these lounges that are massive. This one is very intimate. Plenty of space for you to bring a group, but I wouldn't bring like a big group here. Sean and I were the only two there. We were easily able to walk in about 5 o'clock and get a table for just the two of us. And we ordered drinks, we ordered the bread service. And something really, really cool about this particular lounge is, like you said, Karla, you can get the full menu, but getting the bread service has an allergy friendly option. And it was such a treat for Sean and I to be able to find something that both of us could partake in because we both have two different allergies. And oh my gosh, if you have not had the bread service at Sanaa, get yourself to Sanaa for bread service. And there's some pretty great drinks too.
My biggest issue with this, I think the bread service is absolutely worth going to Animal Kingdom Lodge for, but we're ranking lounges, right? And is this an ambiance, a theme, a room, and cocktails that I think are worth venturing out, way out of your way? Let's be honest. If you're staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, you're going here. Period. You're doing it. If you're not, is this actually going to be worth a real out of the way moment to experience it? When you have this other list of lounges, I'm not so sure.
Not only that, like, am I going to make the trek to Sanaa Lounge and not go to Sanaa? If I'm
Yeah.
going to go all the way over there, I'm more than likely going to go to the restaurant, which we just talked about on the recent episode. I'm going to ask for a window seat. I'm going to look at the animals.
Right.
That to me, if I'm going to go over there, that's what I'm going for. For that reason, can I score?
Yeah, let's hear
Yeah.
it.
I gave it an 83, and that's just because of its location, because it's far out there. It's not easily accessible. The seating is limited, and I just love Sanaa restaurant so much that that's where I would rather be.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna really hate me, I think.
You're really gonna like tear it down, aren't you?
Well, I'm not going to tear it down. I gave it an above average score because I do think anything Sanaa is above average. But for the reasons you said, I couldn't give the lounge a high score. Like the restaurant is better. The trek to get there is really difficult. And I can only really see you spending significant time here and here alone if you're staying there. And so I gave it a 65.
Oh, yowza, Ellie. Oh
I
my
was gonna say, I
gosh.
don't have anything in the 60s.
Oh, I was trying to work the map here. Like I was
I
trying
legit was
to.
not staying there.
This is like on the top of Becki's list.
It is. And I was legit not staying there. We were not staying in that area. We went out of our way for it. Sean says that this is his favorite lounge on property, even higher than some of those other ones that we're still going to rank. And we will 100% go out of our way for it. Just to go into the lobby of the Animal Kingdom Lodge, both Kadani and Jumbo, both of them are beautiful. Definitely worth taking a afternoon or evening here if you're leaving Animal Kingdom Lodge. Definitely worth it. We had the painted lemur and the fig Manhattan. We had multiple drinks, both amazing. We had the best service. In fact, they brought out the bread service and we didn't realize that there was mango in the bread. So they sent the chef out to talk to us about it. They brought us out a whole new thing. It's probably among the best service I've ever received. It is so beautiful. It's so, everything is so grand at Disney that this is a small intimate space, which is what I'm looking for in a lounge. I don't want the grandeur in a lounge. I want to have a small space that's quiet that I can talk to my person and have a drink and grab something to eat. And this was near perfect. I'm not going to say this is my favorite lounge, but it's my person's favorite lounge at this point. So 65
Like
is
literally, if you don't give your score, I'm going to start the Oscar music for you to exit the stage. Are you now sponsored by the Sanaa Lounge?
I'm not. I'm giving it an 88, which is definitely not my highest, but it is not a 65. That is a tank score.
I think you were a little tipsy when you left.
No, you were.
Tipsy, Becki, and Sean are the best, and they should have their own show.
Oh my gosh, we do have a good time. However, you can't be tipsy there when you have the bread service. It soaks it all up.
Yeah, that's another reason it got a low score. Okay. All right. We're going to go to
Are
Abracadabra.
you okay if we move on? Do you want to?
Yeah.
No,
talk?
let's continue to talk about the amazingness that is Animal
I mean,
Kingdom
I tried to
Lodge.
convince you guys that boiled peanuts were great. So
I'm really worried that you guys are giving off the impression that you can just easily get here and hang out for hours, which is what I think a lounge is.
You could 100% spend hours at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Is it all going to be at the lounge? Maybe not, but we
Okay, but we're not, hold on. We're not ranking resorts you can spend hours at. I just meant the lounge specifically. There are lounges on
The lounge
here.
is what brought us there, though. The lounge is what took us
I
there.
feel like this episode is what brought you there.
Well, yeah, but we had to try all the lounges.
Right, exactly. Okay.
all right, we're
I don't know.
one down, 7 more to go.
I mean, Sanaa, the restaurant, I believe I might have scored like top of my list,
It's pretty amazing.
just to be clear.
Okay, can I go next?
Yeah, I feel very rug swept out from under me, confused. Let's see what we have in the next one.
Okay, next up is Abracadabra. It is located on Disney's Boardwalk in the best location ever. It's kind of right in the cozy corner of the boardwalk, which is where all the action happens. However, inside of this bar, it is your classic, gosh, I put that this is a guy's bar. Like, if you ever wanted to convince the man in your life that Disney was awesome, this is where you're taking them. These are your classic cocktails. It is very dimly lit. It is very, gosh, it is very like wood tones. It is, to me, it's just very much a guy's bar. It is very well themed. Classic cocktails. So your Manhattans, your old fashions, your espresso martinis. Seating is limited here. I don't know. What's y'all's take on this one? I want to love it.
Indoor and outdoor. There's
Indoor
indoor
and
and
outdoor,
outdoor.
but I feel like if you're sitting out, I don't know. I feel like if you're going here, that you should sit inside.
Yeah, I
I
don't
agree.
disagree with that, but I think it is important to note that you can sit outside and that the ambiance of the boardwalk combined with the ambiance of Abracadabra is not a bad thing under any circumstance. I'm so curious that you said you want to love it. I think the magic theme and the location and the classic cocktails, for all of those reasons, I actually do really, I think this space is awesome. I am a little worried about it with cake bake down the stretch though, because those glittery cocktails down there, I do really love.
Now, what I said on my notes here, because I actually took notes today, is that, like I mentioned before, this is where you go to get your husband to think that Disney is awesome, and you get him a little like liquored up, and then you take him to Cake Bake Shop and make him spend $30 on a piece of cake and like convince him that that's okay.
Yep.
No, you do not take him to Cake Bake. You take him next door to Trattoria and you buy him lasagna. And the end is everything is perfect from there.
Okay, and then you go to Cake Bake.
I love the theming of the magic. I think that piece of it is its strongest piece. I've never struggled getting a seat here. That's another piece, and I think it's because it's in such a strong space that's social that people are out on the boardwalk much more than they come in to have a seat in Abracadabra. Drinks were good. I had a espresso martini. I'm on a journey to try espresso martinis at all of the places that offer them at Disney, and it was good. It wasn't anything special in my opinion. And honestly, to me, this feels like a bar where I'm going to go get a drink before I sit down at Trattoria. It does not feel like a space I'm going to go seek out.
All right, so Karla, you wanted to give your score first.
I am giving it an 86.
Oh, yeah, okay. You had me really nervous.
Can you give your scores and Zan's scores? Because I kind of want to know like what her take
Yeah.
is too.
So, yeah, I was actually going to. This is hilarious. The first one I gave her, she hasn't been to the Sonata Lounge, so I skipped that one. So this is the first one I gave her. And I was like, okay, let's try it. Abracadabra. And she goes, a 5.
100.
I was like, wait, what? Out of 100? And she goes, oh, okay, a 50. I was like, okay, I don't think you can ever be on an episode. She gave it a 5. So she ended at 50. I like Abracadabra. I thought you were going to tank its score. I love the location. I do love a magic theming and I love an espresso martini. So I gave it an 83.
I don't think I'm tanking the score, but this just feels like a well-themed bar. So it's a 70.
Okay. Well, that's a balancing act for Sanaa.
Except one of them's a good lounge and one of them's a bar next to a really good restaurant.
I could not disagree more. And I also really feel like accessibility needs taken into this. Like, are you getting there? Are you hanging there? Am I trekking my kids there?
Can Becki ever make it through an episode without mentioning the lasagna next door?
No.
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Is it my turn to start then? Steakhouse 71, the lounge there. We tried to kind of eliminate most lounges attached to restaurants, but this one to me felt a little different. It is truly its own space of really retro couches. There are TVs there. I actually watched a football game from that space when I was down at Disney for our convention in the fall 2 years ago. I think it has a bit of a more casual feel than some of these others. In terms of space and bringing my kids, this would be low on my list for wanting to hang out with them there. I do love the retro vibes though. The theming is cool. My problem is, and I'm interested to hear what you all think, does it feel too much like the waiting room for the restaurant?
Yes, it does. Except it feels like it's a Jetsons themed waiting room. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the Jetsons living room when I go to this lounge. We're talking location, we're talking drinks, we're talking all of these things. And you're saying like Sanaa is way too far away to go experience. I would say the only thing for me that Steakhouse 71 has going for it is its location
I have
for
to
me
stop
because
you.
it
I'm not saying Sanaa is too far away to experience. I never said that. I think that it is just true that it is far and it's not super accessible. And if you are going there, you're probably eating at Sanaa. So I just, for accessibility as a lounge, not great. But I never said it's too far to
By the
enjoy.
way, on today's episode, we are playing a drinking game, and every time somebody says the word Sanaa, you take a drink. Okay, here's the deal with Steakhouse 71 Lounge. When we're talking about lounges connected to restaurants, I either want to go to the restaurant more or I want to go to the lounge more. I think Steakhouse 71's dining room is just so terrible
Bad.
that I would actually rather sit in the lounge than I would in the dining room. What's that episode? What did I say? Like, there's no windows where windows can't be. Like, how dumb was that statement? Number one, but also so true of the setting that when I'm in that dining room, I hate it so much. I love the menu there, but I hate sitting there.
Terrible ambiance.
I would rather sit in the lounge. I would rather sit on one of those cushy, modern, whatever sofas. I like the lounge for that. And I've talked very highly of that lounge, but am I going there when I'm not just trying to escape the heat from Magic Kingdom and need a drink and a burger? No, I'm not. Like, I'm not seeking it out to hang out. It has its purpose and that's it. If you want to escape Magic Kingdom, like you said, and watch a football game, this is probably your easiest bet to get to. For that, I have it scored at a 65.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I
that's
thought I
low.
was going to be the solo person here. I gave it a 67 and I almost gave it a 71, but I was like, I really don't think it's that strong. Every time we go there, we go to lounges typically with a group of people, not just one or two people. And it's really hard to find space. Like you're having to drag heavy chairs over to spaces. Like think about how much fun we had at one of these other ones we're coming up on where we had a big group of people. It's a social space and it feels like it's hard to be social because it's just so spread out. I don't know. And I want a theme. I guess it's a theme. Contemporary is not my theme.
We're actually super aligned here. I actually gave this a 64 because I feel like I couldn't get past the waiting room thing. Contemporary is already my least favorite monorail resort for a lot of reasons that I've said on this show. And it's like you are so close to so many amazing places to hang out. And I don't think this is where I want to hang. I mean, I will go here if I'm doing a monorail crawl
Mhm.
or if I'm waiting for my table at 71. Otherwise, there are just other places I want to be.
Did Zan give it a 13?
She gave it a 43.
She's harsh on her grading. I will reiterate that if you're in Magic Kingdom and catching a game or something on TV is important, this is a really great option. However, I would actually encourage you go to Geyser Point over Steakhouse 71 if you want to catch a game.
Yeah. Okay. Really good. Really good stuff, you guys. Becki, that's going to bring you to start us off with Dahlia Lounge.
So Dahlia Lounge is at my very favorite. Gosh, I want to say it's my favorite. I love, love, love Destino Tower. Coronado Springs, not my favorite. Destino Tower, absolutely my favorite. So this is at the top of the Grand Destino Tower at Coronado Springs. It is connected to Toledo, however we decided we're saying that restaurant. Wow, the views here, even the decor here, like this feels like what a lounge should be. A great view, great drinks, great space for social seating. If you have to pull some things together, you can easily pull them together. It's long and skinny in terms of like the shape of this space. So it's, I mean, given it's at the top of a tower, but going out on that balcony, we have to get back there. We have to get back there because we had an amazing time at Dahlia Lounge and it was packed when we were there.
Hmm.
We still had a really good time.
It was one of the coldest, wettest days at Disney World all of last year when we were there. So nobody was using that viewing deck at all. And it was
Mhm.
beyond uncomfortably packed, yet we all found a place to be together. And I thought that was most lounges under those circumstances, you'd be never getting in. And I thought it was really, really great that we were actually able to. It is gorgeous in there. It's really, really pretty. It feels very adult, I will say. Of course, your kids can go, but it really does feel like a really nice place, upscale to hang out with friends. Theming wise, I do love a theme. The view here and is elegance the right word? Is that too big of a word? Is that too formal of a word? It just feels really nice, and the view is so amazing that I kind of forgave it a bit for its lack of theming.
I think it has a theme, and it could just be you have to have the experience there, maybe. But this feels like Spain. Like this is Dali,
Yeah,
the artists coming to life. I actually like the Barcelona's theme a little bit better down in the lobby
yeah,
in terms of the theme, but Dahlia Lounge with the recessed lighting and the if you were to go to Barcelona, Dali has such a strong there's a couple Antoni Gaudi and Dali both have very strong themes in Spain and just that artistic piece draws me.
And this is a place you want to hang out for hours. And I can say that because we did hang out for hours there. Like you guys have mentioned before, the amount of seating and capacity, even if you're one to pull up to the bar top, it was so long. Gosh, I would imagine it seats probably 30, 40, 50 people. And that for that a bar at a bar, that's pretty amazing. And then the amount of seating inside and then having that outside seating. It would be my dream to sit out there on a crisp night when it's just like
absolutely.
the
Yes.
perfect amount of cold. This is like my dream lounge. Do wish it was a little easier to get to.
Yeah.
Like if you're not staying at Coronado, gosh, to trek it over there in that whole bus situation where it goes all the way around the resort until you get back to the tower is kind of a nightmare. I would definitely Uber over there or drive if you have a car.
Or get off at that first bus stop and just walk over to the tower.
Walk.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a hot tip.
Yep.
Why didn't you think of that when we went last time, by the way?
I also want to say, I think this is worth it to go to. If you're not staying at Coronado, I still actually think this is a very worth it experience, which is what I was saying different than I felt about Sanaa. Take a drink. I just feel like this is worth going to. I agree with you. I cannot think of many better circumstances than sitting on that viewing deck at sunset. I mean, come on. That's
Mhm.
Cocktails are amazing. They have a pretty decent menu. I know that we ordered quite a few things on there. I was actually looking at the menu. They have a cookie flight. How did we miss that? I guess because we were waiting to eat dinner first, but I scored this pretty high. I scored this at a 94.
Yeah.
I love this space. I was right there with you at a 93.
I'm at a 94 as well. We are all right at that amazing
I
space.
love this space.
Mhm.
This is absolutely one of the top places to hang out in all of Disney World. You can see fireworks, you can see icons, park staples. I love to be in a viewing deck and looking way out into Disney World property and thinking, oh my gosh, that's the top of the slide at Blizzard Beach. You know what I mean? Like identifying different Disney landmarks is really just fun, such a unique way to see Disney World. And then yeah, you're gonna have a great time and it's worth going to.
I think getting to Coronado Springs is a hard thing, but I actually really love even the ambiance of getting in an elevator and going to the top floor to get to this lounge. Like, there's nothing to dislike about this lounge.
Yeah, I agree.
You kill me sometimes.
She is the most positive human too.
Go over there. Yeah, exactly. Like the elevator ride is going to be really magical.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I was just gonna say,
Yes.
oh
What?
gosh, the elevator is just
She's probably tearing up as she reaches the top floor.
yeah. We love her for it. That was really good. Karla, that means you get to start us for this next
Yay!
one.
I get
I'm
to talk
excited.
about my favorite lounge on Disney property, which is located at Disney's Grand Floridian. It is on the second floor off the main lobby or the only lobby, the grand lobby of the Grand Floridian. It is called Enchanted Rose. It is the Beauty and the Beast theme bar. This bar, unlike Abracadabra, is for the girlies. This is everything you want a lounge to be, from the themed cocktails to the menu, the different rooms you can sit in. There's even outdoor seating. There is not much to not love here. What do you guys think about this gem?
I think that I have two scores written down and I haven't decided which way I'm going because one makes I'm so torn between what I want to be my number one pick here. And Enchanted Rose is just perfect. This is one of those ones where at the top of the episode when I said some of these places are attractions in themselves, Enchanted Rose is just that. The different rooms that you can sit in, the study, the library, and the undertones of it's really themed after the live action Beauty and
Mhm.
the Beast, right? Like you see Lumiere and Cogsworth as they were in that version of the story. So it's really, really beautiful and upscale. Cocktails are delicious. This is where my favorite place ever to drink a French 75. And I've sat in every single room. Every single room is fantastic. The food and like charcuterie board here, top notch, so delicious. They have truffle fries here. Ugh.
Caviar?
Yeah.
Caviar and truffle fries?
Yeah. Like it is upscale. I mean, it's at the Grand Floridian. So obviously that's playing a role here. It's pretty perfect, honestly.
It really is. I don't know what you take marks away from this. This is good appetizers, good drinks. The espresso martini was fantastic. The old fashioned was really good. Like we've had multiple things out on the balcony. We had it at golden hour. Y'all, it was pretty magic. And we sat a whole lot of people out there.
That's another thing is we talked about indoor outdoor seating and the abracadabra outdoor seating just kind of feels like overflow and not as immersive. The balcony here at Enchanted Rose feels very much like you're still part of the lounge. It's really pretty with views.
Another thing I love that they do at the Enchanted Rose is they make it feel intimate while still being a pretty massive amount of space. Because there's multiple rooms, you don't even realize how many groups they're seating. And because it's so massive, even if there is a wait, it's not going to be hours long like some places will be. You might have a half an hour or 45 minutes wait, but even that, you're sitting in the lobby of the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
That's not a bad wait.
I was going to
No.
say, I'm going to talk this up a little more because I know what's coming next. And the amount of seating that is held in Enchanted Rose and its accessibility is so much better than the next option. If you're between those two scores, Allie, you need to go with that higher one. I gave this a 99. This is pretty perfect.
I'm so glad you gave it a 99 because I gave it a 99 too. Oh, I thought I was going to be out on a limb on that.
Allie is clenching her
No,
purse right
I
now.
only because I love both of these spaces. This is I could really score them both higher than the other for such different reasons. There's a version of this bar or lounge on the Wish class of cruise ships. So the Wish, the and the Treasure for sure. And I'm not sure if the Destiny rethemed the space or not, but they have a version of the Rose and it's just not nearly as good. I was so excited to go and you really get an idea of how well this one is done when you're in the other version of it on the cruise ships, which is still a nice space, but not like this. Enchanted Rose gets a 98 from me.
I like it.
You all made me fall in love with it. Allie, when you were pointing out those details of like Cogsworth and Lumiere, it's perfect.
What a fun place to be.
I will say, I do actually kind of disagree with the outside part. I do feel like it is kind of overflow. I don't feel the theming out there. And if you go here, I would definitely opt to sit inside.
The reason we chose outside is because there were so many of us and we had my kids. So we kind of took
Yeah.
the whole deck. Inside is the way to go. Just a note too, our service here has always been
Amazing.
incredible, unbelievably Disney-like in the service. Okay, let's take a break and then we're coming back and we've got another banger. Let's talk about this new giveaway that we, the Smart Moms Plan Disney podcast team, are hosting. If you are a smarty who always listens to our podcast, you know we've always tucked a little bit of extra magic into every episode. We are talking about the hidden Mickeys, those fun code words we sneak into each episode. And so many of you are always asking what they're for and if we'll ever consider including you. And now we are. Here's your chance to turn those hidden Mickeys into a little extra magic for your next Disney vacation. We're giving away a $500 Disney gift card to one Smarty just for listening. That's right, $500 to a Smarty just for listening like you already are. So here's how you're going to enter. Listen to the latest episode on Spotify to find this week's Hidden Mickey, and then submit the episode title and the Hidden Mickey code word in the submission form found in today's show notes. That's it. Just like that, and you could have 500 extra magical Disney dollars coming your way in the form of a gift card. But that's not all. You can also go back and listen to older episodes that are archived right there in our Spotify library and submit those Hidden Mickey and episode titles too. Each correct code word equals one more entry to win. The more you listen, the better your chances to win one of our prizes, including that grand prize of a $500 Disney gift card. You can find all the details and the submission form in today's show notes. We're working our way through. We just have a couple more lounges. This is making me want to go back to Disney immediately. Trader Sam's Grog Grotto. This is a space at the Polynesian. So we've done the other lounges at the other two monorail resorts. Now we're over at the Polynesian, which is my favorite resort. Trader Sam's is incredibly difficult to get into. It is walk-up list only. If you think you're going to walk up and have a shot at getting in and you didn't plan for it, it's probably not happening. It is by far the most popular space and spot, probably lounge in all of Disney, honestly, because it's small, because it's intimate, because it is very secretive. If you've never been in, you like want to know what's behind the door. My friends, we went together around spring break, so pretty busy time. My friend got in line an hour and a half before the walk-up list started, and we still had like an hour wait once we got on the walk-up list. So it was his hour and a half plus another hour before we got our seats. So the amount of planning it takes to actually get into Trader Sam's, there's going to be some spoiler alerts here. If you've never been to Trader Sam's, there are some spoilers here. The drinks, the bar is so heavily themed. It's nautical, it's tiki, and then your drinks unlock interactions within the bar or within the lounge. And so there are people yelling, there are people acting, there is rain falling, there are pictures that change. It is a party in there and you are all part of it. So if somebody at the table next to you orders a specific drink that requires the entire lounge to chant, you're going to join in on that. So you really aren't there to sit and socialize with your party. It really, to me, becomes an all-in experience where we're all kind of here. We can't wait to hear what happens. There's a drink called the Pearl, comes out in a white pearl, but every so often a black pearl will come out. It's very special. Just really, really unique touches like that make it a different experience every time. My favorite drink I've had there kind of had these four, it was in this huge goblet type thing with these four posts, and on every post there was a pinch of cinnamon, and you could just pinch the cinnamon up in your hand and throw it at your drink, and your drink would spark.
One of my favorites too.
Yeah, the fun, the interactive, the glasses are all different depending on what you order, but not just like martini glass versus champagne flute. We're talking really, really well thought out different interactions with every drink, and it's really quite an experience is what I would call this. This is not just a hangout. This is an experience fully.
So I think this is one of the only lounges on our list that actually kick kids out, or that kids are not able to enter after 8 p.m. So from the time it opens, which is what time is it opening these days? 3 p.m.?
3.
Yeah, 3
3.
p.m. till 8. You can bring kids. It is very small. It is very intimate. It does feel very secretive. It is down this weird hall of the
You would never know.
Polynesian.
Yeah.
You would never know it was there unless you were going to the bathroom and just happen upon it. I love it for what it is, but because of its difficulty to get into it, and that you really have to strategize. You really have to send somebody over there at a specific time, and you really have to be willing to wait sometimes hours to get into it. I scored it at a 95, which is still super high, but that is the only reason I give it that score.
Are we using decimals in our scoring system?
Oh my gosh.
In the outcome, but not in your initial score. Or you want me to give you my score, or you want to give your score?
No, you go ahead and give yours. I'm still torn. I have two numbers written down and I just don't know what to do.
I truly love Trader Sam's. Some of my very best memories with this podcast team is at Trader Sam's. Getting any kind of group in there is hard because it's like a max of 50 people that can go into this space. And that's why the line is so long. And so I don't even know if it's actually that. I know that the demand is high, but is the demand higher than Enchanted Rose? Or is it just there's less seating, so it looks like the demand is lower or higher? I don't know the answer to that. But the elements that they put in, this feels like what the Tiki Room in Magic Kingdom should be. Like, let's have that actual fun drinking experience in Magic Kingdom. We got the Beacon Barrel. Let's have this.
And the singing birds.
Yes, like let's bring this over to the Magic Kingdom. Maybe Disney's listening. We want to have a similar experience in Magic Kingdom. So we have the great experience in terms of having interaction. I love that. I know that Katie on our podcast team loves the nautical drink. a really, really great group drink. Here's where I have to have my unfortunate caveat is because I have my peanut tree nut allergies. I essentially am excluded from most everything on this list. And in fact, when they found out I had the allergy, they wouldn't even give Sean the cinnamon stuff into the fire thing on his drink because I was near him. And that was a major bummer. But otherwise, there's nothing to dislike about it other than the weight would be my take on it. I want to get over my allergies because I want to be able to participate in all of those fun drinks. I'm stuck with a pineapple beer is the only thing I can drink on the entire menu, essentially.
That sounds
Yeah.
awful.
It's just like meh. So mine is 100% based on you're right across from Magic Kingdom. Location's amazing. You can get there, but the amount of strategy and because of the allergy issue, I have to take a couple points off. So I gave it a 93.
Ugh. Here's why I'm torn.
Go with that higher score now,
Enchanted
Allie.
Rose. By the way, the two scores I'm looking at are one above Rose and one below Rose. So I'm not tilting any scales. It's a 2-point swing either way. And I just feel like Trader Sam's is a very Disney-like unique experience in the sense that you cannot have it elsewhere. Whereas I'm obsessed with Enchanted Rose. I do not miss it. I go every single trip. I love hanging there for hours and hours. But Trader Sam's just feels so much more unique and well thought out in terms of we are going to theme the crap out of this. But it is really in your face. I'm gonna go 90. This is so hard.
Put it down. Her score's a 90.
No, I'm gonna go 97. I'm gonna go 97. Only because it is isolating in the sense that kids can't always go. It is isolating in the sense that Becki can't have everything. It stinks that you can only have pineapple beer. That drink sounds awful. And it is hard to get into. And so if I'm going to be so hard on Sanaa, then I guess I need to take off a couple points. But I just have to stress this place is really, really special. And it's worth a trip to from any resort on any park day at any time.
It's so good. Even as much as I can't do stuff, I still want to go.
All right. We only have 2 left. We're working our way right through here. And that's going to bring us to the Scat Cat Club. This is another moderate resort lounge. I really like it here. This is a lounge that offers live music, which is rare and unique only to this space. It is kind of swanky jazz bar themed. It's at Port Orleans French Quarter, which is the smaller of the Port Orleans properties, and it's right there as you enter through the lobby. It's really, really beautiful and easy to access from the resort grounds itself. The live music goes a long way for me. I like a jazzy moment. I am falling into the trap, though, of am I going here if I'm not staying here? I think the fact that the beignets, the Mickey beignets that we've talked about being the best ever on property are right there, actually does give it a little swing because having beignets and listening to jazz music and having a cocktail, that all sounds really fun.
Not only are they right there, but they will bring them to your table.
Yeah.
Like,
They're on the
yeah.
menu.
And
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are. And not just Mickey beignets, but also boozy beignets
Yes.
are on the menu. So you can get a set of regular ones for your kids if you want. There were several kids in there, and you're facing this little teeny tiny intimate live set, right? A keyboard, drums, and guitar. And it's jazz music in what feels like a really intimate jazz scene. You're getting really good drinks. There was never really a struggle throughout the entire night. There was always somewhere for people to find a seat. But this is going to be a tale of 2 different lounges. If you're showing up at 5 o'clock, you're not getting this. You're not getting live music. You have to wait until 7 p.m. Make this after a long park day or on your rest day at nighttime after you've maybe done dinner. Go over to wander the grounds of Port Orleans French Quarters because it is very, very New Orleans and beautiful. And get the beignets, get the drinks, go and listen to the jazz music. Even if you're only in there for one set, 25-ish minutes, it was still a vibe. And I loved it so much more than I anticipated. I was nervous because I'd heard other people be like, it's just a lounge. But give me live music, give me drinks, and Mickey beignets. Are you kidding me? This is it's awesome. It's not going to be as high as our other 2 for me. I gave it a 92.
Oh, that's high.
It is very much like you're walking on Bourbon Street in New Orleans and you heard live music past the door and you were like, oh, I'm going to go in there. If you ever remember that time in your life, if you were ever there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I would trek it over here for this.
You know what a good strategy is, though?
What is a good strategy?
If you're having dinner at Disney Springs
Disney Springs. Yep.
Don't even start. There's so many bars at Disney Springs that I would rather hang out on. There's no way I would take the boat to go to this lounge.
I would before. I would
To get
before.
Mickey beignets.
My
It's
strategy
pretty
would
amazing.
be hit Scat Cat before your Disney Springs dinner. Get your boozy beignets. Are you kidding? That's the only place on property you can get them. Have a great cocktail, listen to some piano. You're into this. Head to the boat, go to Disney Springs, have your dinner, then go to Hang Bar or whatever.
That's exactly what we did.
There you-
Literally, that's exactly what we did. And it was magical.
Yeah.
Like going out on the water on the boat. It's just a chill. It's so much more chill
And
than
I'll tell you
other
what,
places.
if you're staying, like, let's say a value resort, if you're staying at All Stars or something, and you do the strategy I just said, and you check it on over to French Quarter and you see that resort, because everybody's introduced to the monorail resorts all of the time. And quite frankly, they're expensive and they're not attainable all the
So you're
time.
telling me from All Stars, which you've, by the way, probably never stayed at,
I have.
you're
I
going
have.
to take the bus over to Disney Springs,
No,
and then from
No.
Disney Springs,
No.
what are you going to do?
You're
no.
going to go here after a park day, and
Yeah.
instead of getting an all-star
Mhm.
bus, you're going to get on a bus to go to Port Orleans French Quarters.
All right, I've got it. You've got a party day, right? You go to Magic Kingdom in the morning because it's going to close early and you're going to capitalize on the low crowds because you already saw fireworks another night.
Okay.
You're at Magic Kingdom. You got to be out early anyway. Take the bus on over to French Quarter, Scat Cat up, live music, boozy beignets, cocktail, walk out to the boat dock, boat to Disney Springs, have a nice dinner, maybe another drink, bus back to your home.
That's exactly what we did. It wasn't on a party day, but it was exactly that.
Or you just take the monorail over to Enchanted Rose and
Well, what
live it
did
up.
you score it? What'd you score it then?
I scored it a 65.
Oh my gosh, Karla.
I gave it an 84.
If I'm going to French Quarter, it's only going to be for the beignets in the morning.
Oh, New
And
Orleans
I'm
at
probably
night.
not going there just for the beignets when I can get them at Magic Kingdom.
They're not
But
as
they're
good.
not the same.
They're not as good
They're
there.
not the same. They're not Mickey shaped and they're not tasty. Like they are fluffy.
I think the beignets at French Quarter are a little overrated and they're too much like a donut and not like an actual beignet. There, I
They're
said
delicious.
it. I
Yeah,
said
they're
it.
freaking awesome.
They're so good. You and your 65s.
That's
y'all.
too
Like,
low. That's too low.
Oh my gosh.
I gave it an 84 if you didn't hear me.
I heard you. Yeah, that's good. I gave it probably too much because it was, I mean, I don't know if I gave too much. Like it was amazing to me. Live music is
Put a
going to
9 in front of it.
Yes, it's live music.
This
What
is
other lounge is
another,
giving you live music?
This
Like,
is another
live music.
lounge that was recreated on a Disney cruise ship. There's a Scat Cat on the Treasure, and it was one of the most under-visited lounges on that ship. And I'm so glad that because they captured the same energy, really swanky jazz, live music. We hung out there every single night. And to know that you could get that at Disney World is, Carly, that's too low. You're wrong. It has more to offer than Sanaa. It just does.
It has hurricanes and sazeracs and beignets. What do you do?
All right.
And some pretty awesome nighttime vibes out on
We are
French
all
Quarters.
over the map
Like,
here.
Oh,
We are all over
we
the map.
really are. We really are.
Good Lord. Okay. I'm curious what y'all did here. Also,
Wait, did you guys score it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Becki, did you score?
Yeah,
yeah.
What'd you give it?
a 92, and she gave it an 84, and you gave it a 65.
I mean, you talked so much. You talked double time about Sanaa, and you gave that one a higher score.
I said Sanaa's not my favorite. It's my person's favorite. So I'm not going to score it based on mine.
Okay.
Listen, my person tried to rank these and she was bad at it. This next one,
Wait, what'd she get? Scat Cat.
she gives Scat Cats a 77. Listen to this though.
Oh, that's generous.
Listen to this though. When I said we're gonna do a ranking of all the lounges at the resorts, she immediately, without thinking or talking about it, she goes, "Oh, the best one is that one at Wilderness Lodge."
Interesting.
Oh gosh.
I was like, "Wait a minute, Enchanted Rose, the one at, what's the name of it? Do you know anything about it? Do you remember anything about it?" That's our segue here into our final resort lounge. Karla, I think it's you opening the conversation. Territory Lounge, Wilderness Lodge.
Lucky me. I will not do this any justification according to Katie's standards, because to Katie, this is her favorite
Her and
place
Zan,
on Earth.
apparently, yeah.
And Zan. So I'm apparently doing something wrong. Okay, I am going to discuss Territory Lounge, which is in one of my favorite places, which is Wilderness Lounge. Or Wilderness Lodge.
Lodge.
Gosh, I'm all over the place. My coffee has like really got me zooming.
Yeah.
Territory Lounge. I want so much more for this than it actually is. It is a lounge by itself. So there is Storybook, which is right next door, but they are not connected. You actually have mentioned this before, Becki, in that some cocktails that they offer at Storybook are not even available, even though they're probably getting them from this bar. You can't.
Yeah.
So I hate that about it. This to me is another guy's bar. It is very dark tone. The wood, the seating is just very masculine, like barrel seats. There's not a lot of seating here. I don't love the theming. It's very travel. I don't know. It's not doing it for me. It's very much those classic cocktails. It is lacking a theme. It's lacking kind of everything. I don't love the menu. There is a popcorn sampler, so I could say that I could be for that. The charcuterie board, which Katie loves, is pretty cool. It comes like hanging as if you just killed a deer or something and you're hanging it to skin it. I don't know. Maybe take that out, Stacy.
Ew. Ew.
It just doesn't do it for me. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
It does have a theme. I mean, it's like
Eh.
that wilderness explorer theme. Like, just because it's the theme that I don't like doesn't mean it doesn't have a theme. It's like maps of old trappers kind of theme, which it's not my vibe
See?
either.
My charcuterie description was right on.
You were definitely right on. In fact, we've had the charcuterie. We've also done the bacon on the wire. As much as I don't really love this space, we've been here multiple times because I do love this resort. And the bacon on the wire, 20 something dollars for like 3 pieces of bacon and a deviled egg. Like,
Crazy. It's crazy
it just
town.
isn't it?
It's crazy. And if you're going here, you're going for storybook dining. And maybe
Mhm.
you're sitting, like the reason we went to Territory Lounge the first time was because we were early for our dining reservation, right? So it was very much felt like a waiting room, small. And I agree with what Karla said. You kept saying lacking this, lacking that. That is the word I would say about Territory Lounge. It feels lacking to me, and it doesn't feel super special. And I wasn't sitting in there thinking I could stay here another hour.
Mhm.
I was just like, is our table almost ready? You know?
Yeah.
Why not offer the poison apple martini next door and like
Right.
kind of appeal to women a little bit more as
Seriously.
opposed to just kind of the classic cocktails that they have on the menu. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I just think it's kind of a no for me,
I
honestly.
want to love it because it actually reminds me a lot of the Grand Californian
Yeah.
Mhm.
in the, the look of it and the feel of it.
So what'd you give it?
I give it a 68. What did Zan give it?
So she ended up not scoring it her highest. She ended up giving it a 68.
Okay.
I gave it a 66.
I gave it a 67. I didn't have a super high expectation on it. When you compare it to what other lounges are out there,
Yeah.
and especially in this case, like Territory Lounge is great, but seriously, go outside and go to Geyser Point.
Which we didn't rank on this because we're going to talk about that here in a little bit, but there's a reason we didn't include a space like that in our lounge rankings. But it's not wrong to think that you can get a better drink elsewhere at this property.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was all of them. I have no idea where we landed other than I think I know what won. I don't know how we landed everything else. I'm very curious. I have my order. I can't wait to see how it stacks up. Before we reveal it, we're going to listen to Friend Like Me. Make sure you're following these other Smart Moms travel agents, joining their online communities, joining their conversations. Seriously, take a second and do this because you're going to be sprinkling extra Disney magic into your daily life, and I think we all need and want that. And we're going to reveal the order here on the other side. Hey Smarties, we know that the number one reason most of you are planning vacations is to escape your daily life stress. That's why you have to join our friends Kayla and Victoria at Stress Less Vacation More on Facebook, where they're helping anxious and overwhelmed moms become more confident vacation planners. From the fear of the meltdowns and the sensory needs to the budget stress and your family dynamic, they go there with honesty and heart. Their tips and conversations are not Pinterest perfect. They're practical and they're designed for families who need extra support, no judgment, no pressure. Join them for less stress, more fun at Stress Less Vacation More on Facebook. Okay, Smarties, you've planned your vacation and now what? The excitement is there, but you don't know what to pack. That's why you have to join our friends at Smart Moms Plan Vacations with Amazon Must-Haves on Facebook. Their group is a go-to space for travel inspiration, must-have Amazon finds, and deals that make getting trip ready easy and fun. You'll find their top 10 travel must-have guide straight from Amazon, amazing deals on travel essentials and gadgets, outfit inspiration, packing tips and hacks, and of course, a community of other travel lovers. So join our friends at Smart Moms Plan Vacations with Amazon Must-Haves on Facebook. If you're enjoying this episode of the podcast, please consider sharing it with your friends and family. Nothing helps us more than you Smarties, the word of mouth, the recommendations, leaving us a 5-star review to help others find us, maybe just the way you did. And it's going to help us keep this thing going. We love putting out Disney content for y'all, and we love talking to you in our online community. So while you're in there following those other Smart Moms agents, make sure you are in the Smart Moms Plan Disney podcast communities on Facebook and Instagram. That's where we're talking to our listeners and we're taking their feedback and we are continuing the conversation from each episode. Super fun. Honorable mentions, things we did not discuss. Barcelona, which is the lower level bar lounge at Coronado.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned it a little. It feels more like a bar space than a themed sit down, order things lounge.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I would say Barcelona feels much like a lobby bar. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, but
Yeah. Same with Victoria Falls. That's the option over at Jumbo House, Animal Kingdom Lodge. Bar Riva is a very popular bar that we love to go sit at, but it is just a pool bar if you step back and look at it. It is the Riviera's pool bar, and for that reason, we left it off our list today. Ale and Compass is over at the Yacht Club or Beach Club?
Club.
Yacht Club.
Yacht Club. Yeah. And I actually love it there. This is where I had champagne and toasted celebration to my friends that got engaged on the beach out there. It's so fun, but it again feels like an extension of a lobby waiting room. That's why we took that off. Banana Cabana, pool bar. That's just a pool bar over at
Caribbean Beach. Yes.
Yeah.
Take heat from the same people who love Sebastian's, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Three Bridges, a bar lounge over at Coronado again. Notice how many times we're dropping Coronado Springs. Great place for drinking and eating, but it feels more like a restaurant. It feels really full service, not a lounge. And then Geyser Point, also a really unique spot over at Wilderness Lodge. It is more than a bar. It is less than a sit-down meal. It is more than a quick service meal. It is really good, quickly produced food, but I think it's just more upscale than a quick service, a little less than a table, and it's a really unique spot.
Overlooking the geyser over there, overlooking the lake.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And go watch games there. We watched March Madness there and it was a great time.
There instead of Territory Lounge.
Yeah.
It's so pretty out there at night. In the Wilderness Lodge grounds, you can see like a little twinkle of the fireworks, or it's super open view of the sky. And I don't know, it's really nice. And for any Smart Moms travel agents listening today and any Smarties, the hidden Mickey is Twinkle.
You know what else I love about Geyser Point? I don't know whether we'll ever cover it in depth here, but when we were eating there, right next to it is the fire pit where you can make Mickey-shaped s'mores. And we did have the music for Happily Ever After. It was a pretty magical experience. I'm sure people overlook it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready for this reveal. Let's get it, Becki.
Okay. In 8th place with a score of 65.3 is Steakhouse 71. That shocks me. I really expected that Allie was going to say she loved this. I'm surprised.
It was my lowest score.
Next is Territory Lounge with a 67. If you were choosing between Steakhouse 71 and Territory Lounge, that feels like 1A and 1B on Find a Better Place.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Number 6, I'm so sorry, Sean. He listens to every single one of these episodes. He's going to be devastated.
Shout out, Sean.
Sanaa got a 78.7, and that is hardcore being held down by Allie's 65. Yowza.
I stand by it. For theming, accessibility. These other ones are better.
All right, moving over to number 5 with a score of 79.7. One of our very favorite places on Disney property, but apparently not our favorite lounge/bar, is Abracadabra.
It's a great space if you're over there. It really is, but this feels fair.
All right, number 4 with a score of 80.3, being heavily weighed down by Karla, is Scat Cats Club, which I am devastated by, except that I see what else makes the top 3, which I'm okay with, because Scat Cat, I could argue, is a top 3, but these other 3...
They are the ones.
They are the ones, yes. If you're looking for lounges on Disney property, these are the ones. Number 3 with a score of 93.7 is Dahlia Lounge at Coronado Springs. Do not sleep on Coronado Springs Destino Tower, y'all. It's like the boardwalk, but at a moderate price range. It's fabulous. Number 2 with a score of 95, Trader Sam's. Trader Sam's is such a vibe. It's such a vibe. But number 1 with a score of 98.7. This might as well be 100. I think everybody who goes there loves it, is the Enchanted Rose in the lobby of the Grand Floridian.
I like it. That's exactly right. That's my order almost exactly, except I just had Sanaa and Territory Lounge flipped by only 1 point. So pretty much my exact order. I really stand by it. Trader Sam's and Enchanted Rose are interchangeable for number one. Honestly, if you're a smarty listening, do not sleep on either. Go to them both.
If you have the time, absolutely, yeah.
Cue the ugly lights, girls, because we did it. Bar is closed.
All right. That's going to do it for us on another episode of the Smart Moms Plan Disney podcast. If you're going to Disney World, go to the lounges. Kids can have a great time. You will have a fabulous time. And we just told you how to do it. And until next time, we'll see you real soon.
Karla, you're talking about leaving the bar. I never went to the bar.
You never had the ugly lights come on?
No, I literally got married as an infant. So, no.
I didn't really like it, honestly, when I was in my 20s.
It was the worst.
Yeah. Like,
Why does everyone do it if it's the worst?
You're young and stupid. Please note this time, Wednesdays at 9:45 is when my neighbor always gets their lawn mowed.
Perfect.
We don't hear it, but you do sound a little bit echoey.
Every single time. Okay. Proceed. Onward.
Actually gave it a 68. And sorry, hold on. That's not what I gave it. I was looking at the wrong one. Also wanted to point something out. What was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say. Okay. Enchanted. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Does that make sense? Daily life.
And don't forget the Hidden Mickey.